Hello, everyone. If you're new here, I'm Chev. Welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. So, in today's video, I'm going to be going over February 2020 budget, and I'll be using my Happy Planner here along with my workbook, Budget by Paycheck Workbook. So, the first thing that I'm going to start off with is I want to lay out my monthly layout here. So I'm going to be using my Happy Planner. So the good thing about using the Happy Planner, you can take those sheets out. You just gotta be careful because sometimes these pages might rip. So as you can see, I have already laid down my paydays here. And these stickers I used from my Happy Planner sticker book. This sticker here is from All right, so let's get into this monthly layout. First things first, what I normally do is I like to write down all of the bills that's going to be due for the month, the date, and the amount. Next thing I want to write down is any events, birthdays, baby showers, birthday parties. I want to go ahead and write that I'm going to go ahead and write that second. And then the last thing that I have on my monthly overview is appointments. So any appointments dealing with myself or my son or just whatever appointments that I have. So first thing I have is rent, and Sunday is Super Bowl weekend. I don't have any plans, but I did put a little icon, little pizza box there, so that it gives me a little reminder that yeah, it is Super Bowl. I'm not really into sports, but I don't even know if I'll be watching the game. Maybe if I get invited somewhere, I'll probably go. But other than that, I don't have any plans for Sunday. Here I am continuing writing down all of my bills. I realized that I did have bill due stickers and I did not use them, but we'll just save them for next month because I'm not gonna like white out all of this and redo it. Now that I have all of my bills down and the amounts, I'm going to be using this blue marker to just give myself a notation of the things that are going to be auto paid. What I have decided is it's easier for me to have it's easier for me to have the bills that are fixed to have them automatically drafted from my account because I'm not gonna lie, I tend to forget things and it's just better for me this way. So the only items that are not on auto pay are my rent because there is a water bill that's added into the rent. So the rent is not on auto pay. Edison and the gas company and also my cell phone bill are not on auto pay as of yet. But eventually I am going to have my cell phone bill on auto payment. I just feel like it's easier for me to remember my utility bills. The reminders are sent to me via email. So as soon as I get that notification, then I normally just pay it, log on, write that in there, and I'll just normally pay it that way. It's just easier for me to do this. And everything else is auto payment. So I don't have to worry about it. Before, I would never put anything on auto pay because, of course, I was not budgeting correctly. So, of course, sometimes the money may not even be in my account. So, and I'm keeping it all 100% with you guys. I know some of you may have felt are at the same place, or some of you may have been there before, so you understand what I'm talking about. But it's just easier for me at this point. I feel like that my budgeting is pretty much under control, and I know where my money is going, I know where every dollar is going. So, in that case, I'm more comfortable with auto payments. All right, so now that I have my bills down, I have paydays. Also, I have events. I marked Valentine's Day, and oh, by the way, I have uploaded a Valentine's at home date night to that was my previous video. So if you guys haven't already, go ahead and check out that date night at home. All right, so I have a couple of birthdays this month, which is my dad's birthday and also my sister. And I have a couple of more birthdays this month, but I'm not sure of their dates. So I have to write that in at a later time. I have a few appointments this month, so I'm making sure that I am logging this on my monthly view, as well as a reminder is set in my calendar on my phone to remind myself the date of these appointments and the times. So, yeah, you see me here logging that now. So if you notice here at the upper left, there is a no spend sticker. I want to have at least 10 no spend days for the month. 10 days is always my goal. Now, I haven't reached that goal yet, but we are getting there. Over to the left is an expense tracker. This expense tracker is for a daily use, but I am going to be using this on a weekly basis versus me tracking my expense once or twice a month. I am making it a goal. One of my goals this month is to track my expense on a weekly basis, keep a track of it. So I have that here for my weekly tracking. I am now moving into my Paycheck Workbook. Here is where I'm going to be listing my bills, the dates, the budgeted amount, and also the actual amount. Also, I'm going to be logging all of my income here, and we're going to take my income and subtract my bills, my cash envelopes, sinking funds, and extra debt payment on this sheet. So first up I have is rent. Now, if you watch my previous video on my paycheck to paycheck budget, then you know that I'm starting to take out half of my rent on the previous pay period and the remaining on the next coming pay period. I feel that it will allow me to move my money around a little bit more, and I am able to save a little bit more. So I will let you guys know how that works out. Next I have like my insurance, Affleck, all these other bills, are pretty much regular on a month to month. All right, so I have all of my bills and expenses down. I will be adding everything up and subtracting that amount from my monthly expected income. Now, the second half of this sheet is cash envelopes. Here is where I will be adding my cash envelopes. Those of you who don't know what cash envelopes are, please look it up, look at my previous videos so that you can get a better understanding of what cash envelopes are. So this month, I don't know if I mentioned before, but I am really like cracking down on my spending, and only because I am determined to pay down all of my student loan this year, if not all, at least 90% of my student loan. So, which means I have to cut back from other categories in order to do that. So, I am cutting back on my grocery budget this month. Also, the other categories that I normally have. I believe I used to have about 6 different categories for cash envelopes. This month and probably the next few months, I will only have 4 categories here. So, and that's the good thing about having a budget, playing around with your budget. You can move things around, move numbers around, make it to the point where it works for you. So, my cash envelopes this month is $645. Normally, it's about over $800 for the month. I think that's kind of like beyond, but yeah, I am really compressing my cash envelopes this month. So, just as well as my cash envelopes are being compressed, I am compressing my sinking funds this month. So, every category of my sinking fund will not be getting funded this month. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 categories versus, I think I had 14, 13 categories. So, yeah, I am compressing my sinking funds as well. Lastly, I will be subtracting my sinking fund amount from the remaining leftover. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I typically pay my extra debt towards the end of the month. So this next section for extra debt and extra savings, I am leaving this blank for now, and I will be inputting that towards the end of the month. We have come to the end of this video, guys. This completes my February 2020 budget overview. I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed each and every one of my videos. Please make sure you subscribe, and also don't forget to like and share this video. See you guys in a later one. Bye.